Okay, silly question, but there's just blank areas. There's nothing that you could perhaps use to insinuate like a certain order, eh?
I mean, we have to find an order likely in the names that are already written there, and then follow that order.
So they are all written in one straight vertical line. So you have Noe Luckhard on top of Thane on top of Razni, and then you have those 6 empty spaces where names would go, and then you have the rest of the list.
Tempus stares at it for a bit. It could be that there's a similar pattern, I guess. So one with a surname, 2 single names, a surname, a single name.
Broken in the final one.
Yeah, it is.
You also have too many with surnames, so that should be the case, right?
Yep.
Would be something with the listing the letters.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but I can't.
Way the first letters would be. Yeah. No. So maybe looking at the first letter and the first letter of the surname, like all the capital letters, perhaps. Because they're certainly not alphabetical.
No, certainly not.
It seems rare that like the third letter or something would be the deciding factor. So.
I've pulled a blank on this.
There's nowhere where we have a W. We have a name that's with that, so the first letter would not really make sense for it to be, would it? Because you wouldn't be able to guess where W would be. Unless it's like a certain number of letters after itself. That would become math. Try to math.
I do think we need to find clues in the pile of books and stuff. I can't really I can't really see any logic in.
You can try to go and find something about these people. If we find something about one of them, maybe we can find something about more. But
yeah,
I'll try to figure this out.
I think we just have to find the order in which they died. I think that's the thing. Or we have to do something with the pool over there. I don't know. But yeah, let's go and search for the books, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Leon will follow along.
Right.
Should be alone just in case more of these things show up.
Yeah, that's true.
Tempus and Dwohurim are going to stick together by the altar?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Doesn't seem to be a coherent. Maybe. Oh, makes sense.
The massive pile of scrolls, manuscripts, books, grimoires, sheets of paper, they all sit as they were left.
Yeah. It's a little background noise.
Yes.
Yep.
She thought it was funny.
Yeah, so Fargus, you just start searching through, looking for any of these names that we saw from the people dying, or the names that were on the memorial.
You gonna be doing the same, Dark?
Yeah, more or less trying to organize and trying to work out. Okay, what was this book about? Trying to work,
Okay. This is more of a the skill check that I'm going to ask you for is more like a balancing type thing, using your dexterity modifier, and a background that would pertain to that. The reason for that being is that the massive stack is like so high, and you're like trying to pull out bits and pieces of paper. It's like a massive like tower of like Jenga blocks and shit. And so you don't want to like fall and like block your path or like collapse on you.
Okay.
Alright. So like a balancing, like stability type of background.
A balancing stability kind of background.
Like try to keep things stable, like sure hands, make sure shit doesn't fall, like make sure that you can, sift through this massive pile of unsorted shit well.
Okay.
I don't think I have a background for that.
Okay. Just your dexterity modifier and level then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm considering with the Order of the Twilight Cross. Sometimes we go through a lot. I mean, there's the kind of situations where you get loads and loads of things that are also quite fragile, that all need to be kind of moved and stacked together. And try to really be careful not to knock off these small areas you have. Occasionally trying to balance. Maybe just trying to balance small pieces of whatever you might find, tablets and.
I don't think so.
No,
not with that. No.
It is not. It's not a particularly thing most people spec for. I must admit.
Yeah. It's true.
No, we can try.
Fargus manages to handle a pile, sitting through things just fine. Leon does too, although he does stumble a bit. He grabs onto a bit, his hand goes in for support. Woo! And as his hand touches something cool within the pile, he feels a sudden flash of heat and warmth. As suddenly the stack of shit begins to catch fire, and two creatures emerge from this massive stack of papers and everything, metal flailing out. They won't get a surprise round because basically they're burrowing themselves out, but this will be a normal initiative thing, and I will describe to you what these are. So, these brass automatons resemble golems, but they have vaguely disturbing angularities in their faces, and darkly intelligent glows, which give their eyes an infernal cast. They are most certainly constructs, they are emitting and belching fire, and this stack of papers is quickly catching aflame.
Well done.
Am I engaged with them already or not?
Yes, you're basically touching that particular creature. Okay. And you two can roll for initiative. Go ahead and roll
pretty good initiative rolls this turn.
Yes, you two up there can roll initiative if you want, but it will definitely take you a number of turns to get down here. Once you can hear the sounds of
Yeah, 6 turns basically.
It's up to you. It's your call.
I mean, you just say that if the battle's not finished within 6 turns, we get there. Or to worry about actually moving. Figure out the puzzle.
I would like you to at least worry about moving.
All right, fine.
Because they might move in your direction as well.
That's true.
If you could be so kind, please.
Are you glad you didn't go alone, Fargus?
Fargus, you're up.
Burning his books.
I just thought everyone would follow, but yeah. So what to do then? God damn it. I mean, everything is gonna burn up here, right?
Not everything, but fires are certainly spreading from these fire-infused creatures that have risen.
Yeah, I don't have any like water or spells like that that can target a lot of things.
I mean, it's a huge stack of stuff, so if you get finished with a battle pretty quickly, you could still save like some of the stuff in the center. That should still be legible.
Yeah, right. And they're probably like fire resistant and yeah.
You're hoping for a lot from some books.
I mean, I'm going to be using basically a double strength lightning bolt if I can on them. But
Yeah.
I mean, that means I need to survive around.
Let's say let's just engage with this one
Okay.
and the other one.
Okay.
And cast Frost Touch on it.
Alright. You already used that, didn't you, against the Clockwork Devil?
Yeah, it's an encounter spell.
Ah, okay. That misses.
Oh yeah, damn
That
it.
is a natural odd miss by the looks of it, so damage equal to your level.
Yeah.
Such a
Alright.
very
Cold damage does appear to have been something that would have worked well on it. It does take the 4 points of damage. Anything else with your turn?
No.
Okay. Then it is this unengaged Felforge's turn to act. Well, stomps down the incline of like books, fire exuding from it as it goes. And let's see here. Yeah, it'll attempt to drink your life with a Life Drinker Strike. 29 versus physical defense for 18 points of damage, 5 ongoing negative energy damage, and you pop free from everything.
Ha. Well done.
That is an odd hit.
Yeah.
As the creature bellows and seethes and punches you square with its metal fist, knocking you all the way down the pile. That is the end of its turn. Leon.
Well, that wasn't friendly. That was for sure. Okay. So, can I disengage? Yes.
You sure can. You wanna use your move action, like keep moving like they're like.
I'll be back in a minute. And then I'm going to, I didn't expect to have a fight alone. I think I'm going to use heal on myself here.
All right.
And the belt.
Okay, using the D12s. 35 hit points. All right, it looks like you're back at full.
Yeah, I needed this. And then I'm going to gather power.
Yeah, okay.
Power. There's no staggered enemies.
No
I
staggered
will tank
enemies.
this, don't worry.
Tempus, very faintly, you think you hear the sounds of combat.
Most notably the sound of crackling lightning as power is going.
Alright. That is the silent Gryph as he moves. Well, this creature that was just moved away from, he sees that gathering power. He knows what the fuck's happening there. It's not even remotely cool. He's, well, first he'll attempt to move to engage Leon. If Fargus wants to intercept, that would be his chance.
Do you want me to?
Your choice. You have health, but it's your choice.
I have less health, yeah. Does it matter if I do or not? For your gathering power thing or your next spell?
No, I don't want both of them in my face, but...
Yeah, then I won't stop him.
Alright.
Okay.
Move Peter, basically. Whoop, whoop. And he will attempt to do the same thing with a Life Drinker Strike on Leon. 24 versus physical defense for 18 damage, 5 ongoing, and that is a natural even hit.
Was that above 11?
That is a 14.
Okay. That's fine.
Yes, with your stuff against negative energy. And As the creature does so, it begins to let out a god-awful infernal screeching sound with metal scraping against metal. Against your mental defense.
That is just a hit on the mental defense. Barely.
You are stunned, in addition to this 10 psychic damage.
And stunned is complete miss of turn?
Stunned is, yes, you take a -4 penalty to defenses, and you can't take any actions.
Which will mean that just ruined my gather power. It won't be available when I unstun.
Yes, the powerful construct slammed into Leon, and then the sounds of metal scraping against metal fester themselves within the ears, preventing the sorcerer from focusing and causing the entire purpose of gathering power to just dissipate. Dwohurim, Harsca, you can definitely hear the sound of metal scraping against metal.
Oh, here.
Okay. Escalation die will definitely go to 1, as this is a tense situation. Fargus.
Yeah. Well,
I need a saving throw.
I can't give you one though.
Well, good luck.
Come on, Merrick. Help Arthur Bryn.
What?
Leon's code name, Arthur Bryn.
Oh yeah.
Maybe your code name, Merrick.
I thought it was a reference to a show or something.
Yeah, like Thomas's code name, Thomas.
He has the most inconspicuous code.
Yes, no one would expect that.
Let's cast fungal something on this guy. I don't know.
Fellforged. The fungal, fusillade thing? Or
the fungal... There, fungal...
ambuscade. Okay, yep. That definitely hits the physical defense. 15 ongoing poison damage.
Yep. And can I move past, or is it blocking the way?
Sure, you can move past. I will allow you to do so. Basically, scamper past while he's, being ambushed by mushrooms and shit.
Yep. Just Fungus climbs off the wall and starts grabbing onto the mental husk.
Okay,
thing.
That was a natural 18. Yeah, that bypasses his resistance.
Yep, and then I'm gonna try to save against the ongoing damage.
Yes. Nope. So you're taking that damage still. A whole 5 points. Yep, 5 points. Yep. Let's see here. This Fellforged stomps along, and since Leon is so vulnerable, with him being stunned, the Fellforged will attempt to beat on Leon. A Life Drinker Strike. 27 versus physical defense. That's 18 damage, and another instance of ongoing. That's an odd hit. That's a 17, natural 17. And the Fellforged will end its turn. Leon, make your saving throws after you take your damage.
1 second, I need to take first the damage from the attack, which will put me at
11.
11, and then I take 10 damage.
Yep, you'll get 1 hit point. Then make your 3 saving throws against the 2 ongoings, and then the stunned.
Ongoing 1, ongoing 2, stun.
Still stunned, but you got rid of one of the ongoings.
And did you see the energy dissipate when the power was gathered?
Tempus, you're up.
Okie dokie. Yep, I'm gonna be moving.
Also, most certainly staggered.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. This Fellforged here, who's taking the damage, thinks that Leon will fall soon. He's not the one who's done crunch, crunch, crunch over the crystals.
Up the crystals.
And, well, he'll attempt to just, death slam Fargus instead. 25 versus, I think that should be it. Even if that were armor class, that would still hit for 18 points of negative energy damage.
Yep.
Let me check to make sure that's not an AC one. Yep, that should be that should be armor class, but thankfully that would, well, not thankfully, that would have been a hit anyway. Okay, that will end that other Fellforged's turn. He takes the 15 damage, and he makes a saving throw. Yes, that is 1 save out of 2.
Yep.
And Dwohurim moves alongside Tempus.
Yep.
Escalation die most certainly goes to 2 in this dreadful situation. Fargus, you're currently engaged with both of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna use Gust, which let me use a disengage roll before
Okay.
I use the spell. Yes! And then Gust on the one taking the poison damage.
Alright. That is enough to hit it. And that is enough to stagger the creature.
Right, and an additional 5 ongoing cold damage.
Yes. As you have staggered the creature, let me go ahead and pencil in the cold damage. And mark the fact that he's staggered. Let me go ahead and find the right button. Yes. Hellish Gears. When the Fellforged is staggered, it makes a scornful gear blast attack. And once again, when he's reduced to 0 hit points or less. This will target 1d3 nearby enemies. Tempus and Dwohurim don't count because the Fellforged really can't see him. So this will be on both Fargus and Leon. This is against Fargus first. 29 versus physical defense for 18 damage and the 5 ongoing, because you guys will still have to take and save against the ongoing damage. And then this is against Leon, which will drop him to -17 and give him another ongoing negative energy damage. But he pops free. That's the end of Fargus's turn, since he's, well, you know, you get to make all of your saves right now, I guess. So go ahead and take your damage, your ongoing damage, and then make saving throws against everything.
Yes, I'm at -8. Yes. No. And then death save or...
You have a death save.
Yes, you stabilize. You use a recovery, but you're like on there and prone on the ground, basically.
Yep.
Okay, you're at 18 hit points. Woo.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's this Fellforge's turn. Clip. And he's strong and sturdy enough. He well, let's go ahead and just give this a yep, successfully manages to jump down and end his turn there. Leon, go ahead and give me saves against everything you got.
Let's do stun first, get some really matter. No longer stunned.
Okay.
Against 5 ongoing. 5 ongoing.
And you'll still take the 10 ongoing damage from that, as those effects
Death
go
save.
away. Okay, -27 out of 57. Close. That's like
I
a
no
hit
longer take
point.
ongoing.
That's like a hit point or 2, I think, away from the half mark.
Yeah.
Okay,
27
Tempus.
times. That puts me at 54, which is 3 hit points.
I hope the thing doesn't explode, huh?
Tempus.
All right.
Technically, if you stagger that thing, I get killed.
See here. This creature does not notice that Fargus is still like kicking. And it sees that the druid is down, and well, it's so damaged. It probably should play it safe. Let's not jump. It'll just proceed walking along here.
And then it takes 20 damage.
It takes 20 points of damage, and then makes 2 saving throws. As a failure, and then that as a success, waves away the 5, but still taking the 15.
Yep.
I don't know how you poison that thing, but
Yeah, well, a
It's
very
just
high roll.
fungus,
These things are highly resistant to poison, but somehow it's festering into the vile spirit of the creature.
Yep.
Dwohurim.
Just
Well,
fungus
that's
seeping into the
remove.
ears and stuff.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Escalation die goes to 3. Fargus, you're currently lying prone on the ground.
Yeah, let's stand up.
Alright.
God.
And yeah, if I hit that thing, it's gonna kill me, so...
It's gonna kill you anyway, because you just stood up, so now it knows you're alive.
Yeah, I guess so. Let's spark it.
Alright.
Although... I could spark that thing and hope for it not staggering it.
You might stagger it though.
I might, but... And then it will kill you, so yeah. I'm gonna hit it.
Kill you. Well,
This creature hasn't been injured.
At all. No.
At all.
Then I won't stagger it. Let's hit this guy with Spartan.
Okay.
God damn it.
That is a miss.
Yep.
4 points of damage. Got it. Anything else with your turn? Do you have a quick action?
I do. I can't really use anything though.
Okay, go ahead and take your ongoing damage and then make a save. You're clear?
Yep. Alright.
Okay. The Fellforged who jumped down here frowns back up. It's like a quick action, like looking up at the fucking druid. Motherfucker! It clanks over to here and swivels. Oh. Friends! And will lift one of its meaty fists and attempt to drink the life force of Tempus Malleator. 19 versus physical defense is a miss. Just barely is Tempus Malleator able to hang on. I know, Gryph. You're stunned speechless and you're mute.
I was gonna say, it's mine. I keep my life. Thank you.
Right. Yep. Leon, go ahead and make a death save for me.
Death save 2.0.
Yes, you succeed and use your final recovery to fucking take yourself out of hell.
Hell, I am definitely in. For
Right,
19 hit points.
You're at 19. Your turn is over. Tempus.
Okay, Tempest sees this thing. Just goes straight for it. I think trying to suck his life out of him.
Alright, go for it.
Gonna go for the bleeding strike. D20 plus 5 plus 4. Do I get escalation myself?
No.
No. And let's see what that is.
That is a miss.
You get 4 damage. Oh, no. My champion. I still get, it's an even on a miss. I still get to do my ongoing.
Yep.
Okay.
So he gets 4 ongoing.
Got it.
And 4 damage.
And that wouldn't have hit even if you had the escalation die. Got it. 4 damage. Take that. End of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
Alright. This creature, sensing that its animation is evident, clanks back with rage. Clunk, 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 clunk. And attempts to, perhaps finish the druid for realsies this time. 18 points of damage on Fargus and 5 ongoing negative energy damage, and you pop free, like, here. And then that's the end of its turn. It takes enough damage to be destroyed. And, has a scornful gear blast against 2 enemies, which I'm totally gonna say are, Leon, and he can see Tempus down there, that explosion. Tempus! Leon, here's Leon's 20 versus physical defense for 18 damage and 5 ongoing. And then this is against Tempus. 18 damage and 5 ongoing. And you pop free. Whee! As the metal just fucking combusts.
What was the roll on me, by the way?
That was a 10, so you only take half. Half the ongoing negative energy damage. That's still 18, like, flat, untyped damage.
Yes. But that technically means my ongoing damage is technically 2.
Yes. Dwohurim.
Alright,
See, if you guys had taken 6 rounds, I mean, it'd be so
use
fun.
these force salvos soon, to some degree.
I'm not out yet.
It's kind of a waste, though, but
I'm not out yet.
I have as many force salvos as I have recoveries, so let's fucking blow this thing up, right?
Empowered Force Salvo?
Yeah. That is the primary target, so it will be hit. I can tell you that much. I will be hit. Let's see if I can
one. That is a miss.
Oh, that's probably a miss. All right, redirect the next one.
That is a miss.
Let's redirect the next one.
That's a hit.
All right, good. Then it takes the 41 points of damage.
Okay, that is most assuredly enough to stagger the creature.
Now it's attack.
And it has its Scornful Gear Blast. That'll be against Dwohurim and then Tempus. Dwohurim, 26 versus physical defense for 18 damage and 5 ongoing negative. And then against Tempus is a miss.
Yay!
As the creature belches with hellfire and rage. And these books crackle. A lovely little pyre going there.
No.
Escalation die goes to 4, and I'd say that you folks who just arrived can use the escalation die. Fargus, take all the damage that you've got, if you got any damage, and then make your saves.
Yep. I don't think I have any ongoing anymore, so...
You got hit with 1 whenever you went down.
Oh yeah, then I take 5. Nope.
And then save against ongoing, so save against death.
Your save against
yeah.
Death itself. It's a scary place.
No, that is a failed death save.
Yep.
Okay. Fellforged, who is active and staggered, marches up to Tempus and attempts to drink his life. 18 damage, 5 ongoing negative energy. You pop free again, because that's an even. Yeah, you pop free. And because that's an even, he makes an unnatural resonance attack against you, which will be a hit. So another 10 psychic damage on top of that, and you are stunned, save ends. So 28 total damage, 5 ongoing negative energy, save ends, and then your stunned save ends. Stunned means -4 to your defenses, and you can't take actions. Okay, Gryph? You did Gryph?
Yep.
Got it. It's the end of the creature's turn as you're basically like batted, we'll say over here. Leon, you're up.
Leon's not out yet! Cure wounds! Free recovery!
Free recovery!
I get that, and then a save against the ongoing damage, which I fail. I'm at 30 hit points, I'm still going!
You're not staggered any longer. What do you want to do with the rest of your turn?
I guess I will stand up as a move. There's no way I could reasonably attack him.
No.
He's technically nearby, but no.